everyone, and welcome back to English with Kay. I'm your host, Kohonor, and today we're diving headfirst into a topic that every English learner wrestles with: thinking in English. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done, right? But trust me, it's totally achievable. We're going to explore why your brain might be staging a mini rebellion against the idea, and then we'll arm you with some seriously cool, slightly unconventional strategies to finally make the switch. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's get started. All right, let's kick things off with the most common culprit: the translation trap. You hear an English sentence, and bam, your brain instantly starts converting it into your native language. Or you want to say something and you build the sentence in your head first in your native language and then translate it into English. It's like being a secret agent, but instead of saving the world, you're just trying to order a coffee. Why do we do this? Well, it's natural. Our brains are wired to take the path of least resistance. Translating feels safer, more comfortable. It's like having a security blanket. But here's the kicker: it slows you down big time. It's like trying to run a marathon with flippers on your feet. So, how do we escape this translation prison? My advice: embrace the English zone. What I mean by that is stop striving for perfect translations in your head. Instead, focus on getting the gist of what's being said or what you want to say. Think of it like this: you're not trying to create a flawless replica of a painting, you're just trying to capture the overall vibe. Use simpler words, paraphrase, or don't be afraid to be a little, well, vague. It's okay to say thingy or what's it if you can't remember the exact word. Native speakers do it all the time. The goal is to keep the flow going, even if it's not 100% grammatically perfect. Okay, next up, we have the dreaded vocabulary block. You know that moment when you're trying to say something, but the perfect word is just gone? It's like playing hide and seek with your own brain, and the vocabulary is winning. This can be super frustrating, especially when you feel like you know a lot of words, but they just refuse to cooperate when you need them. It's like having a closet full of clothes, but nothing to wear. Here's my slightly wacky solution: the word association game. Whenever you learn a new word, don't just memorize the definition. Instead, create a mental web of related words, images, and even sounds. For example, let's say you learn the word serendipity. Instead of just memorizing a lucky accident, try this. Think of other words that sound similar, like serene or dippity doo, that old hair gel. Then picture a time when you experienced serendipity. Maybe you found a $20 bill on the street or you met your best friend by chance. The more connections you make, the easier it will be to recall the word when you need it. It's like building a super highway in your brain. Next issue is the classic fear of making mistakes. This one's a real doozy. You're so worried about saying something wrong that you clam up completely. It's like being afraid to dance because you might step on someone's toes. Look, I get it. Nobody likes making mistakes, but here's a little secret: mistakes are your best teachers. They're like little breadcrumbs that lead you to a better understanding of the language. So, my challenge to you is this: embrace the oops. Make conscious effort to make more mistakes. Seriously, volunteer to answer questions in class even if you're not 100% sure of the answer. Strike up conversations with native speakers even if you stumble over your words. The more you put yourself out there, the more comfortable you'll become with the imperfection. And the more you realize that Most people are actually pretty forgiving. Plus, sometimes mistakes can be hilarious. It's all part of the learning curve. All right, let's talk about immersion, or more accurately, the lack thereof. It's tough to think in English if you're only exposed to it for a few hours a week in a classroom. It's like trying to learn to swim in a bathtub. You need to surround yourself with the language as much as possible. But what if you don't live in an English speaking country? So, create your own English oasis. Designate specific times and places where you only use English. This could be your commute to work, your lunch break, or even just your bedroom. During these times, listen to English podcasts, watch English TV shows, read English books, and even think in English as much as possible. The key is to make English the default language in that space. It's like creating a little English speaking bubble around yourself. Finally, let's address the issue of thinking too literally. English is full of idioms, slang, and cultural references that can be totally baffling if you take them at face value. It's like trying to understand a joke in another language. Sometimes it just doesn't translate. My solution? Become an idiom investigator. Start collecting and studying common English idioms, but don't just memorize them. Try to understand the story behind them. Where did they come from? What do they really mean? For example, the idiom to kick the bucket means to die. But why? Nobody really knows for sure, but there are a lot of theories. Maybe it comes from the way people used to hang themselves, or maybe it's a reference to the buckets that were used to collect blood from animals. The more you know about the history and context of an idiom, the easier it will be to understand and use it correctly. And now, as promised, let's take a quick look at some of the intermediate vocabulary and idioms we used in today's episode. Our first word is wrestle with. Wrestle with. It means to struggle with a problem or difficulty. For example, many students wrestle with the concept of grammar. Next is diving headfirst. Diving headfirst. It means to start something with enthusiasm and energy. For example, she dove headfirst into her new project. Next is culprit. Culprit. It's someone who did something wrong. For example, the main culprit of the car accident was a drunk driver. Next is security blanket. Security blanket. It's something that makes you feel safe and comfortable. For example, for many children, a teddy bear is the security blanket. Big time. Big time. It means very much or to a great extent. For example, I messed up big time when I forgot her birthday. Next is gist. Gist. It's the main point or essence of something. For example, I didn't understand all the details, but I got the gist of the conversation. Next is vague. Vague. It's something that's not clear or precise. For example, the instructions were vague, so I didn't know what to do. Next one is dreaded. Dreaded. It means causing great fear or worry. For example, the dreaded exam was finally over. Next is clam up. Clam up. It means to become silent or refuse to speak, usually because of shyness or fear. For example, he clammed up when the police asked him questions. And last one is buffling. Buffling. It's something that is confusing or difficult to understand. For example, the instructions for the new gadget were completely baffling. Okay, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you found these tips helpful or at least mildly amusing. Remember, thinking in English is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, and maybe even a few moments of sheer panic. But don't give up. With a little practice and a lot of patience, you will get there. Thanks for tuning in to English with Kay, and I will catch you next time. Keep practicing, keep making mistakes, and keep having fun with English. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more great content.